So, Shani Mwevan, Tumulishani Mnyinane. I thought that I should do this video to emphasize some of the points that I've been bringing out concerning the planned protest. I am against that protest. I am strongly against that protest. And I am praying, I am really praying that it does not take off. I am praying that those people who feel aggrieved with the current process of the constitutional amendment, I am praying that they would hit, or they will take the olive branch, if I could call it an olive branch, or the initiative or the invitation that the president has offered them. The president has said, instead of you protesting outside State House, why don't you come in and have a dialogue with me? I think that is a very good step, and I'm not saying this to support President Hakainde Hichilema. I am saying this out of patriotism and the experience that I've had. Alamwevan too, one thing that we don't seem to appreciate about our country is the country's reputation. I'm telling you, we don't appreciate the reputation that our country has. And people like me who have gone out, where you go out and you are looking for a country that can welcome you and keep you for a period of time, I'm telling you, you would come to appreciate. Some of you, and it's actually, I'm very surprised that some of the people that are busy, pushing for this this protest, or inciting this protest, encouraging this protest, most of them are outside Zambia. Most of them are outside Zambia. And they know how important it is to have a good reputation of your country. I'm telling you, this is important, my brothers and sisters. And don't be fooled by some of these people that have got ill motives. I'm really saying, let us not have that protest, because what we need as Zambia now, with all the challenges that we need to show to the outside world that we are a country that is civilized, a country that is progressive, a country that is peaceful, a country where people can feel safe when they come to Zambia. That is what we should be portraying. That is a message. That is a message that we should be giving out to the public. Most of these countries that we speak so much good of, it is because of the reputation that they have sold. I always talk about this Traore and the Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso on social media, it has been well sold. Well sold. Traore has been well sold, such that people talk about Traore. But really, how long since Traore took power in Burkina Faso? And what has Traore done so far? It is all because of the marketing, the way they are presenting themselves. Reputation is very important. Reputation is very important. Even some of the people that you see on social media, some of these people that seem to be like they are doing so well, they have got money, it is just how they paint themselves. And when you position yourself nicely, depending on the reputation that you have opportunities, you have goodwill. That's what you get. When your reputation is good, number one, you have goodwill. You have goodwill. Number two, you will have opportunities. This is very important. In Zambia, when I left Zambia, I didn't have a country where I was going to, because I simply received a phone call to say, Mune, if you are large ticket of your mekuri, tampako do not win. And I left Zambia. I was looking for a country where can I go and settle. And before I came and settled here, I had to go in a number of countries. I had to go to a number of countries asking. I wrote, I phoned, I spoke to a number of, people, so to say. I can't talk much because I don't want to review, I don't want to compromise some of these processes. But the point I'm trying to tell you is that I was looking for a country which can take me. And believe you me, all the countries that I approached, the first thing that they were looking at is the reputation of Zambia. Is the reputation of Zambia. That is the first thing that they were looking at. That is the first thing that they were looking at. They were looking at the reputation of Zambia. Because the reputation of Zambia meant that at least they didn't know me. First of all, they didn't know me. So the reputation of my country is what was helping them to judge whether what I'm saying is true or not. Because in other countries, depending on the reputation that this country have, when you start talking, before you even start talking, when you just tell them which country, they already start doubting you. They already start doubting you. Because the reputation of that country is negative. Is negative. So, by the fact that I was coming from Zambia, it helped because at least the reputation of the country was good. And therefore, even me, when they were talking to me, they were, okay, let's give him a benefit of doubt. Let's give him the benefit of doubt. And they let me explain my situation. And finally, of course, I ended up here, where I am, where I have been given the asylum and other conditions. But even what I've been given, the things that you see, the way you see me around here, where I am, the way you see me, where I am, it is as a result of the reputation of where I come from. They respected the country where I'm coming from. They respected the country where I'm coming from. And of course, they respected my story, that my story was true. The reputation of a country is very important. Then later on, even to live in this country, when you are interacting with people, when you want something, a number of things, there are certain things that you want. For example, right now, my family is here. Kia is here. Okay? And we have been going around looking for school for Kia. And wherever we go, whichever school we go to, by the fact that we are black, they are asking, which country do you come from? Which country do you come from? And one principal at one of these schools clearly told us that a certain country, a certain African country, they don't accept their children. They don't accept their children. Why? Because that country's reputation has been tainted. So it is very important. Let me move. Yes, baby, you got my chair. I need to clean my glasses. Yeah. So basically, all I'm saying is that protesting is okay where you can't dialogue. Protesting is okay where you can't dialogue. But in this instance, you want to protest, and yet the president has told you to say, come, let us engage. The president has told you, come, let us engage. How do you go out and protest? Is that protest justified? That is my issue. No, some people are saying, no, but Daddy, you also protested. I was not given an audience. I was not invited, like the way Hakainde Hichilema has invited you people to say, come, let us talk. You only protest in an instance where dialogue has failed, that's when you protest. So you can't, the protest is not justified in this instance, because it's like you are pushing a door that is open. How do you push a door which is open? A protest is there so that you can, it's pushing the door so that you can go in and engage. But now the door is open. Why are you pushing the door? Why do you want to protest? Unless there is something else that you want. Unless there's something else that you want. Unless you want a headline, muka monekere, it's not protest. Maybe that's what you want. If it is about that, yeah, so that mumonekere at the protest, okay, then go ahead. But then that becomes political, and if it becomes political, I mean, you can't blame those who are in power if they don't listen to you. You can't blame if the police comes in. If the police come in, you can't blame them. The whole point is that for me, why should you protest when the president has said, come, let us talk? Why should you protest? Why? And okay, the other point that I wanted to bring out is this. I mean, I have seen some articles. I'm not sure if indeed they are coming from the Oasis Forum, so to say. But some of the things that are there, it's like there are things that they are demanding that should go in the constitution, or some of the things that should be out of the new constitution. Now, if it is about you not agreeing with particular clauses that you think Chief Tayari wants to propose, or whoever wants to propose, I mean, protest is not the way. Protest is not the way. Allow me to make my submissions. I have made my submissions. I have made my submissions. And if you don't agree with my submissions, I mean, it doesn't mean that you should go and protest to say that because Dad is saying this. No, not at all. Make your own submissions as well. And then at the end of the day, I mean, everything will be collected. At the end of the day, everything will go into Parliament. They will be debated in Parliament. And so at that point, you can lobby now the MPs, the MPs to make sure that, whatever you proposed is considered, or whatever I proposed is considered. Because what we are doing, for example, you are saying, no, the technical committee. The technical committee is not writing the constitution. They are not writing the constitution. They are simply collecting submissions. Once they collect the submissions and put a summary and everything, that is what will go in Parliament. The technical committee is only collecting submissions. At the end of the day, this process will end up in Parliament. It will end up in Parliament. And in Parliament, I mean, the MPs or the lawmakers in this instance, the lawmakers will be free to, put in this or that as a reflection, of course, considering into consideration the people that they represent. But really, at the end of the day, a protest at this point in time is not the way to go. It will not help. It will not help. And I'm simply insisting that you people, you are better off taking advantage of this offer that the president has brought, that he's willing to discuss, engaging him on that, so that you open doors, you open, a report. It is better than if you take this stance. Mukachita protest per Friday, but I can assure you, you achieve nothing. You achieve nothing. Some of you might even end up being arrested. You are better off taking that chance that the president has given. The president has said, come, let us talk. From my perspective, please take that chance and don't go out to demonstrate. Demonstrating, yes, it is exciting. It will give you some good coverage. Yes, the people will be talking about you. But number one, it will dent the image of our country. Number two, you will not achieve anything. Number three, this process will not be stopped by you. Anyway, let me go back inside. Bye.